I'm lucky. Being 66 means that I am not, I'm not directly affected by new work requirements, because nobody is making me come out of retirement at 66. However, I have friends who are 62 and 60 who have been retired or who are working at home raising grandkids. They like quit their jobs to raise grandkids, and now they find that they have to go back to work because in order to keep the SNAP that puts food on the table for their grandkids, they need to prove that they are working 20 hours a week. Um, which means that they have to get childcare. And that kind of eats up all the money that they make. Anyway, it just, yeah, they're, the reporting requirements are, I hate to use the word onerous because it's like, it's jargony. They're hard. Being poor is hard. Doing what you need to do just to survive for is a full-time job. And you can't carry a full-time job on top of a full-time job. And this is the goal is to lose people through attrition. People who just don't have the time to do it. Uh, we know that in households where there are adults on SNAP who are able to work, they are working. They are often working more than one job. They are often putting in another half a day's work a week, just getting back and forth to jobs, and making them take time off to go sign papers at DTA endangers their ability to take care of their families. Um, they are changing the age at which you count as a dependent. Um, it used to be you're a dependent up until age 18, and then it was 16, and then it was 14. Now they're talking about going down to 10. You no longer need you no longer need to have an adult at home when a child is 10. They literally want to take it down to school age. By the time your youngest kid is in school, you should no longer need to be at home full time with them. And that doesn't consider how often emergencies come up with school kids and all of the other work you do as a parent that doesn't involve caretaking of your child, actual caretaking. The whole thing is going to implode. People are going to lose access to their SNAP. And we know that when people don't have let me back up. We know that people who use SNAP are spending their SNAP locally. You can't buy something from California with your EBT card. If you are living in Worcester or you're buying your groceries in Worcester, even if you're shopping at a chain supermarket, the money that you spend here in Worcester via SNAP circulates in the local economy. And it means that the grocery store has to employ people to take care of the customers, and the farm has to employ people, and all of that goes together. When people don't have that SNAP to spend, fewer people are shopping, there's less need for work, more people get laid off, and it's an unwinding spiral affecting everybody. I know there are lots of I've seen lots of different numbers for every dollar spent in SNAP is puts X amount of dollars into the local community, the SNAP multiplier effect. And I've seen anywhere from 1.5 to 2.9, depending on the cost of food and what they're using as a modifier. But I do know that it does circulate and it makes a difference. It makes a difference to families. So it's just hitting people from all different sides. I've been speaking mostly about elderly people, or older Americans, we call us now. We're not supposed to talk about elderly people. I'm an old lady. I'm fine. Um, I have friends who are raising grandchildren, and they are going to lose the SNAP for their grandchildren because they're not parents. It's like none of it makes any sense. We do not, we define nuclear family. Well, I think the Western world is the only one that talks about a nuclear family with mom, dad, kids as the center of it. Um, and with so many immigrants, and Worcester is a city of immigrants. We're a gateway city. We have always been a gateway city. I have gone through multiple waves of immigrants. Every time there's a new refugee group, we tend to absorb them. And because we're the first place they land, for so many of them, we end up building little communities. So there are immigrant groups that have solidified over the years to support new people coming in. And it has made this city so vibrant and so beautiful. There's like, I don't know where else you can go and get traditional Armenian food in a restaurant right next to a restaurant serving traditional Afghan food. It's just amazing. And we lose that. We're going to start losing that as they start cracking down on immigrants and start refusing SNAP to mixed households where the parents are not US born, not even undocumented, because undocumented immigrants can't get any of these benefits. Um, it's not even where there are undocumented, but where there are foreign born parents and citizen US kids who were born here, they are using those kids to target households. So this fear is affecting things. Um, it's not just the budget cuts, it's the way it's being done and how it's being used. Uh, we've had a couple of food banks report that they are seeing fewer people show up to get assistance. And I suspect that we're going to see a reduction in SNAP applications when we start looking at it, and see how it balances with all that. It's just it's a hard time right now to be caring about people who need stuff. So